So what's the difference? That's today's topic of the conversation for on the Shop Small project. We're going to talk about the differences, both positive and negative, about shopping small. I'm always kind of a fan of bad news first, so let's go ahead and talk about the negatives, and then we'll get over to the better things about the positives of shopping small. So negative number one, more expensive. Now this can be really tricky and hard to prove because sometimes you're talking about different, like apples to apples, brand to brand, actual product to actual product. It's very difficult between stores, and sometimes small businesses don't have the same brands or models or things like that as large businesses. And but also one of the main contributing factors to more expensive would be on something that is kind of apples to apples conversation, would be that small businesses just don't have the buying power that large businesses do, which leads to a more expensive inventory. Okay, so negative number two, out of date inventory. I mean, we've all been to that shop here or there that has like this one or two items that have dust like that thick on it, right? And no matter how outdated or overpriced it is, it's still there and it's not going anywhere. Well, the reality is that piece of inventory really honestly just represents a very calculated but miscalculated decision by that shop owner to order that particular item, thinking that it was going to sell and it was going to make money for them, and it didn't. And so now they're stuck with that item, and just the reality is that they've usually spent too much time, energy, or money on it to reduce it, so it has to go for retail. So negative number three, typically outdated buildings or showrooms. So, I mean, it's no secret that bright lights and wide open spaces help make a more shopper or spending friendly shopping environment. But usually new buildings or makeovers or expensive showrooms are luxuries that small businesses just can't afford. And the last negative that I want to talk about today is it's kind of, to me, sometimes it can be the most scary part of the negative is it can be an intimate environment. I mean, what if when you walk through the door for the first time of a little shop that the owner is just standing there ready to help you, and they're smiling at you and they want to help you find whatever you're there for, but it can be kind of intimidating sometimes, especially if you're not 100% sure where things are in the store or kind of like what type of inventory they may have. So it can be a little bit off-putting to think about that that you kind of be face to face with help at all times. So now that we've gotten the negatives out of the way, let's talk about the brighter side of things. So the first positive about shopping small is it usually is more cost efficient, meaning you will usually find better quality products, better brands, and also there's not as much filler, there's not as much stuff to catch your eye as you're there shopping, so you're kind of almost forced to stay on task, meaning that there'll be less wasted spending by buying something there that you didn't know that you needed. Positive number two is the knowledge. Unlike big box stores or large retailers, small businesses cannot afford to have just a set of hands or a warm body in employment. They have to have people that know what they're talking about and are usually good at multiple different things regarding that business. Most of those employees are not only very knowledgeable, but they're also very eager to assist you with any questions that you may have or any kind of a situation that might arise that you might need help with. So positive number three about shopping small is the lower overhead. Typically, a small business owner cannot afford the luxuries of the nice, shiny new showrooms and big buildings because they are trying to be as most cost efficient with their funding as well as making sure that they stay competitively priced. Okay, so for the fourth and final positive of shopping small that I want to talk about today is the possibility of a personal relationship with the people that work, the staff or the owners or anybody that keeps the shops that you will shop at. usually that smiling face that you meet as you walk in the door is not only very knowledgeable, but he is also very eager to help you in any way possible, especially with like specialized concerns or needs. Maybe you're looking for something a little bit out of the ordinary, and maybe it's something that they have to order in, or they have a catalog for that, or anything like that. They can usually help you much more than, like we talked about at a big box store, where they can get away typically with just a warm body or a set of hands in that situation. They many times, the people that work there will want to learn your name. They want to learn about what your shopping habits are and how they can be more of assistance the next time that you come to visit. So now that we've talked a little bit about the positive and a few of the negatives about shopping small, stay tuned, because in the next video we're going to kind of follow the money trail, and we're going to talk about the difference between a deal and value. Well, thanks for watching, and comment below maybe your favorite reason to shop small, or if you have a negative reason to not shop small, maybe put that in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it, and please stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified the next time I upload a video for the Shop Small project. Take care.